Okay, welcome. I know everybody's busy. I just wanted to quickly show some of the proof of concept that I was working on regarding the speech interface. This is all client-side stuff. I'm using the Open Web Standard Webkit, which has a speech recognition as well as a text-to-speech feature in it. Not all browsers support it. Right now I'm running it on Chrome. It's also supported on Opera. It's supposed to be supported on Firefox. I have problems with that though. And definitely will not run on, of course, Microsoft Explorer because, well, that's just or is it Edge now? I think it's Edge, but that's a standard and we expect that. So let me run a few use cases here. So I'm just going to start it.
Tricorder is on. Do you have a headache to record?
Yes.
Approximately what date and time did the pain start?
Yesterday afternoon around 2.
Are you still feeling pain?
Yes.
And is the pain less, more, or same?
More?
From a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most painful, describe the pain intensity.
2.
Please provide any further details about your headache, or just say, no comment.
I feel dizzy. Sometimes I want to throw up and I'm taking medicine for it.
Thank you for your responses. Let's confirm your answers before sending to your doctor's office. Question 1. Do you have a headache to record? You responded, yes. Question 2. Approximately what date and time did the pain start? You responded, yesterday afternoon around 2. Question 3. Are you still feeling pain? You responded, yes. Question 4. From a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most painful, describe the pain intensity. You responded, 2. Question 5. Please provide any further details about your headache, or just say, no comment. You responded, I feel dizzy sometimes I want to throw up and I'm taking medicine for it. Thank you. Now sending your information to your doctor's office. Tricorder is off.
So that's one full session of Tricorder. I've added a couple of other things. For example, we can abort anytime that it's listening. So let me try that.
Tricorder is on. Do you have a headache to record?
Stop.
Okay, stopping now. Thank you. Tricorder is off.
It also tries to help you if you get, say, an answer. For example, if it's expecting a yes or no answer or some specific word tokens, it can handle that too. So let me try that.
Tricorder is on. Do you have a headache to record?
Sometimes.
Sorry. I don't understand your response. Valid responses are, yes, or no. Do you have a headache to record?
Quit.
Okay, stopping now. Thank you. Tricorder is off.
Another one will allow us to restart. So if somebody does screw up halfway, they can restart. So let me try that. Plus there's a different path I want to go here.
Tricorder is on. Do you have a headache to record?
Yes.
Approximately what date and time did the pain start?
Today around 3 o'clock.
Are you still feeling pain?
No.
That's great news. Then approximately what date and time did the pain end?
About 20 minutes ago.
From a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most painful, describe the pain intensity.
Start over.
Okay, starting questions over. Do you have a headache to record?
Quit. Okay, it did quit. So everything is asynchronous. So that's why sometimes if I hit the stop button, it's not going to stop right away. That's just the nature of it. So I think that was the biggest challenge here. I do want to show you how this is all defined. So this is really a data-driven application. There's a configuration JSON that gets loaded, and it has various questions in it. So each question will have that. Raw response is what I say directly into it. There's also going to be a response, which is some post-processing that we'll do. For example, the times we're going to have to get a little bit smart with and try to narrow down the time. We will have the exact time when this recording was made, but other than that, we have to do some post-processing for that. Enables, which means we can disable this question if we want. Each question has its own ID. And also there's a follow-up action for some. So in this case, we ask if they had a headache to record or not. If they said no, we can abort, and that's a predefined action. And what's nice about that is we can add other actions later on. Another one is, as we go to the next question here, there's also what we call a follow-up question. And the follow-up question, based on what the responses were, we can ask an additional question. It only goes one deep. It's not recursive, so but we can do that. We can obviously follow that and get some values forward and make it a little bit more conversational as well. Mandatory response, like I said, we can have multiple tokens that we're looking for, and I think that's kind of useful too. The abort command, you might have noticed I used a couple of different ones, so we can add as many as we want. And I'll give you an example. If I tried to use the word abort, for some reason it didn't work. It wouldn't recognize it, at least the way I say it. So this gives the flexibility per patient, and that's what the point of all this is that the doctor can go in and define a custom question and answer thing with the patient. They work it out beforehand so the patient knows what the questions are coming along. The Webkit also supports multiple languages, which is great. And also I can put into max entry. I just realized I didn't put that in there, but let's say that they're just not getting the question. We could set some value here, and after that we could just say no, forget it. One thing I also have in here, which is sort of a hack, but I noticed that when I was doing translation for numbers, in particular to number 1, in most cases a number would come back for a number. But for number 1, it came back as the word 1, and that was really irritating. So I went in and what I call normalization, we can do that. It'll actually check for that based on the raw response coming from there. Start over commands, just like the abort command, except for starting over. And there's also different voices that come with Webkit, but for some reason, at least my version of Chrome, I only had the male voice, so maybe I'm looking at it wrong. So I hope this is interesting. I think as a proof of concept, though, we can definitely use some simple voice interaction like we have here, assuming that the project even gets accepted. So thank you.